Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys, to another video on my channel. Is your host Paradisa, and today I want to complete an English assignment of which is called a job interview. Basically, I got to answer the list of questions that I have to answer, which is shown in the screen right now, as you can see. This also uh could be a could be a good learning for myself for the future. For right now, but for right now, I'm just do it for the side. So, okay, let's start this. Let's start this interview training session. I guess we should say so. First off, first off, tell me about yourself. Um, Thank you for asking. Let me give you a quick introduction of myself. Right now, I am a I am an engineering student at IBM for the school, majoring in network engineering. Your host, Rafa Paradisa. Full name Rafa Paradisa. I chose this right. I chose this major because I have always liked configuring stuff, and also enjoyed hands-on work. There's so many things I've done in the past, like configuring stuff, like so many of them. I am not someone who only likes to just read theory, but I really want to actually do things and see the results myself that I can learn from. Over the last 2 years, I've learned practical skills such as configuring local networks or VLANs, route different networks, IV connectivity, and much else. But more than that, I've learned how to work in a team, yes, how to follow instructions carefully, one by one, and how to ask for help. And sometimes I do not understand this or that, or whatever you say. One of two small achievements I'm proud of, which is what I'm proud of, is that when I was still in 10th grade, it's right now I'm 11 or 12, and that is when I basically became a teacher with my other friends in a group to teach in two places according on the level of knowledge I gained at that time. Well, I may not be the smartest person in the group, but I carry on my issued task to be a teacher. I helped them the best that I could, working together with my friends. I've explained the materials, and I help my friends who sometimes struggle. I'm grateful that this two teaching session went went actually good with no issues. The experience taught me that being so clear is just as important as being taught. Now, I'm looking for an internship where I can take these basic skills I learned in school and apply them to a real workspace. Place. I want to learn from experienced people, seniors, make mistakes in a safe environment, prove that I'm a hard worker, a trier. Okay, now we move on to the next question. Why do you want to work here? Why do I want to work here? Okay, first, I want to start building my professional report and my reputation early. Some of my classmates are already started looking for an internship. Well, so do I. I want to start learn by getting into the world of professional work. Not just technical skills, but also how to be a good employee, punctual, respectful, and proactive. I believe your workplace this should be the right place for me to grow. Move on to the next question. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Okay, this is an interesting one. As you might know, humans are never a perfect creature. There will always plus and minuses of each people. For me, let's start with my pros. My first strength is that I am very detail oriented when it comes to following procedures. In my professional class, we have some strict safety and quality checklists. Early on, I realized that skipping one tiny bit small step like checking a calculation plus or doubling check a calculation could potentially ruin the whole project. So I developed a habit. I was with instructions twice, if it's not enough, even 5 times maybe. I lay out my tools or documents in order, in an organized order, and I check my work before saying it is done. My teacher once pointed out that I was the only student who never forgot the teacher to quit me at the end of practice. Yet, tiny bits will happen. I saved the classroom a few small accidents. My second strength is that I'm totally, surely not afraid to ask questions. Some students pretend they understand something because they are embarrassed. I'm not actually kind of that person, and I don't care if I being embarrassed or not. But I learned it only makes now if I do not understand a task, I raise my hand or approach my teacher or senior or experienced people and say, "Could you show me one more time?" Or can I try it while you watch? I would rather look stiff stupid for only 5 minutes, then make a mistake that costs us hours to fix. I mean, hey, you only look stupid for only 5 minutes. I will bring that same attitude to the relationship. Now for my weaknesses, my cons. Honestly, I sometimes lack confidence in these situations, especially when I'm around older or more experienced people than a person like me. For example, when we first started doing practice with the clients in our school training workshop, I would freeze a little bit because I was afraid of doing something wrong that could potentially hurt things. I noticed that this hesitation made me work slower than I actually could or should. But I am actively working on this. Teacher gave me some advice, a personal script for common situation, some people in tasks, and I'll write down three things: what I need to do, what I might ask, and what I should say if I make a mistake. I also practice speaking in front of a mirror. I usually do that in the past. It is not perfect yet, actually. But last month I was able to have a visitor at our school's open house without stuttering. I promise that by the time I start this internship, I will be much more confident and I will always have a supervisor. Honestly, I am not sure other than I did it. Oh, okay. For the next question. Can you describe the challenge you face at work? How you handle it? Hmm. 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 Okay. I will describe the challenge I faced during a group project in my professional class last semester. Even though even it was not a big job. Well, it taught me a few things though. The situation. We were divided into two teams of four people each group. We called it a final project, but I think it's building a complex people network. I think so. We had we had around roughly 2 weeks and 3 weeks, but two of my group members did almost nothing, I guess. One of them was often absent, and the other would just sit on his laptop doing something else. I'm not quite sure what he's actually doing. The third member and I were doing all the work. I felt that it's a little bit stressing and fair. Thus, I had two problems to solve. Two problems. First, I needed the project to be finished one at a time, as it was 40% of our grade. Second, I did not want to be a tattletale and just run to the teacher without trying to fix my suffers. The actions I took: first, I called a short meeting with just the two lazy members, I think with my other member as well, so the four of us. Uh, I did not yell, I just said calmly, this project is hard, but need your help. Can we divide the remaining tasks right now? I gave the small easy task that would take only 15 minutes each, like finding pictures online, finding pictures online, finding reference information, and probably writing a short paragraph describing the virtual virtual network that we are making. I also set the deadline the next morning. Second, I went to the third hardworking member and said, let us do our parts perfectly. Then we will check your work. If they still do nothing, we will tell the teacher together. Okay? Third, third, when they still did not finish, I did not cover for them. I went to the teacher privately, showed him our chat history and the task list, and asked, can I submit our two parts separately? The teacher agreed and grade us individually. As for the result, two lazy members failed that project. Ron and I got a decent B plus, I should say so. More importantly, I learned three things. First, always document who does that, if you can. Second, it is okay to ask for help from authority figures if you have tried to solve it yourself first. At least you try before you ask for help. Third, you cannot force people to work, but you can protect your own effort. In internship, if I face a small challenge, I will communicate early and professionally. I won't suffer silence. Move on to the next question. the main, the main question we all face: Why should you guys hire me? Hmm. Okay, you should hire me for this internship for three simple reasons. Even though I do not have years of experience yet, some sort of student after all. First one, I am extremely motivated to learn curiosity. Some students apply to 5 internships and do not care which one they get. I've only applied to three companies, and and somehow yours is my first choice. I've already watched your courses introductory videos on, on, on social medias like YouTube. I put the job description, I think it's for 3 to 4 times, and I have prepared a list of questions to ask my supervisor on the first day. Either in a notes or my brain. That motivation means I will not waste your time. Every task you give me, even sweeping the floor or just organizing files, I will. I'll do it seriously because I know it is also the part of learning. Second, I already have the basic technical foundation from my professional school. You won't have to teach me how to use this and that, but not actually all. You won't have to explain the basics of the rules. And also you can give me simple full tasks on day 2 or 3, not day 20. But I will still need supervision. But I won't be completely helpless. Third, I am decently reliable and absolutely honest. My teacher can give you a reference. I've never been late to class without a valid reason. And I say I will finish something by Friday. Hmm, I might finish it by Thursday. And if I make a mistake, which I will, because still learning, I promise to tell my supervisor immediately instead of hiding it or being completely silent. I know that interns are the best friend for a company, but I want you to feel that investing in me is as a safe bet. Safe bet. I'll work hard. I'll listen carefully. And most of all, I'll bring a positive attitude every single day and so on. Move on to the sixth question. How do you handle stress and pressure? You actually made me laugh at this one. In my opinion, stress is actually normal, especially for a student. I guess for every human living this earth. Between exams, urgent deadlines, and helping my family at home, I have learned a few ways to handle pressure without breaking it down. The first one, I plan ahead to avoid last minute panic. Every Sunday evening, I write down all my tasks for a coming week on a small notebook, or on a note, or on a application note in my phone. I circle the top three most important ones, and I estimate how long each will take. This habit started after I was able to do 2 a.m. finishing a project that I could have done over 3 days if I had just started earlier. But now, I never let things pile up. For internship, I'll do the same. I'll ask my supervisor for a weekly priority list, and I'll do my best to match my time. Second, when I feel overwhelmed at the moment, I think, yeah, I usually take a short break. During an exam, my heart starts racing, but then I plan, uh, starting at some random things for probably 10 to 20 seconds, and take deep, 3 deep breaths while trying to not daydream. It sounds small, but it resets my brain, hopefully. In a place, if I'm given a complex task and I feel a little bit confused, I won't just panic and freeze. I'll say, could I have 5 minutes to read through this? And then I'll come back with more questions. And 5 minutes lets me organize my thoughts. Third, I ask for help early. The worst way to handle pressure is to suffer all by yourself. Last year, I was struggling with a math-heavy subject in my professional class. Instead of failing quietly, I stayed after class and asked my teacher for extra exercise, or I learned it myself by using the internet. He gave me 5 practice problems every day for 2 weeks. By the end, I passed the exam with a decent score. In internship, I feel pressure because I do not understand a task. I'll raise my hand immediately and say, can, can I have some guidance? I've learned that asking for help is a strength, not a weakness. And and lastly, for our last question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Hmm, it's actually just so I thought about this actually. Uh, I thought about this seeing myself in the future multiple times because I wonder how I become if I keep doing this over and over again. Okay, let's start. In 5 years, I'll be about around 22 to 23 years old, and I have a realistic but ambitious ongoing vision. The first year from now, I'll finish my professional high school with a good grade. After that, I plan to either work full time, or get a job after career like yours, or I'll go to college to continue my field study. I'm open to both paths because I believe in learning by doing. In, year, in years 3 to 4, see myself with a more advanced skill because of my studies. By the time, I hope I have mastered the basic daily tasks of my role. For example, if I'm in a network engineering internship now, just like a major. In 3 years, I want to be able to handle routine network inspection without supervision. I want to have saved enough amount of money to take more professional certification exam, like CCNP or even other network related certifications. In 5 years, I see myself as a reliable and experienced team member, a senior one who can also help train new rookies. I really like the feeling of teaching someone something I just learned myself. I'm not aiming to be a manager. In 5 years, that would be too fast, I guess. But I want to be the person that my supervisor can point to and say, well, what he does is consistent, careful, and helpful. And most importantly, I hope that 5 years journey happens with a company that gives me my first chance. I'm the type of person who stays loyal if I'm treated fairly. I do not dream of jumping from job. I dream of growing deep roots somewhere and becoming a true professional in my professional field. And that's about it. That's about it. Okay. Thank you all for listening. See you next one. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.